Hi guys, this is Tablet-News.com and I'm here with the Samsung Galaxy Tab 8.9, one of the latest Galaxy Tab iterations launched this year. As you may know, Samsung has very varied diagonal sizes for its tablets. So they have 7-inch devices, 7.7-inch devices, they have 10.1-inch, 11.6-inch, and this one, the 8.9-inch Samsung Galaxy Tab. Some people have called it probably the most comfortable to use device. It's very easy to hold in the user's hand, very light and very thin. Well, you must know that it's 8.6mm thick, so it's a very thin device. It only weighs a mere 447 grams, so that's more than 100 grams less than the Galaxy Tab 10.1 that we also reviewed recently. It comes in 16 and 32 gigabytes versions, also in 3G or Wi-Fi only versions. Other thing you must know is that the diagonal is 8.9 inches across. It's a PLS TFT LCD display, 16.9, and the resolution is 1280 over 800 pixels. As far as the rest of the specs go, it's the usual 1 GHz dual core CPU, and the cameras, well, we have a camera at the front, 2 megapixel camera, while at the back 3 megapixel camera with flash. As usual, there's also 1 GB of RAM on the inside, allowing you to run these nifty apps. And other specs include a battery that's 6100 mAh that will generate about 9 hours of usage, so you get all your kicks out of this beautiful device. That's very easy to handle with one hand, as I'm showing you. It runs Honeycomb 3.1, and as you can see, there's a lot of TouchWiz action going on right here. Some widgets and functions available, also some sort of a dock on the lower side. As you can see, it holds these functions: calendar, task manager, work clock, and the music player. There is also a screenshot function that I have just used to take a screenshot. And now let's check out the design. As I said, 8.6mm, this is the front side, the pretty big bezels now that Apple won some lawsuits. On the lower side we have the two speakers, the proprietary port that some said it was copied from Apple. This is the logo, and now the upper side, let's see that. Here we have the volume buttons, the on-off button right here, the audio jack, and finally the SIM slot. This is it, this is the SIM slot that you'll need, and that's about it. Samsung tried to avoid using ports as much as they could, so there's not even a USB port if you're looking for that. There's not trace of a micro SD card slot, so you have to do with the internal storage. As I said, the TouchWiz customization is in the usual hubs. There's a music hub, there's a readers hub, if I'm not mistaken. There's also Samsung's proprietary app store, and here's the readers hub. We also have a social hub, and probably that's all the customization you're going to get. Of course, some extra widgets, but we wouldn't count on that. So let's have a look at them. Here we are with the widgets, some analog clocks, bookmarks, email, Gmail, market, picture frame, this one a program monitor, pulse, social hub, and more. Here's the app section, and here's the settings area where you can tweak the Wi-Fi, notification, GPS, sound, and brightness, and enter the real settings area with tons of options: motion settings, firewall, privacy, storage, and whatnot. Okay guys, now let's take it turn by turn and start with the browser. Trying to load Tablet-News.com. Here's the virtual keyboard that you'll be using. So let's give Tablet News a go. Here we are, using Wi-Fi right now. This is the website. It loaded pretty fast, scrolling is pretty smooth. Let's try to do some pinch to zoom. The text is pretty clear to see. Let's also try some portrait viewing. Here's the website in portrait mode, also pretty easy to see. So the browsing experience is in short on the greatest level. Now let's try some media functions. For example, let's have a spin with the music. Here we are, music player. I copied some FLAC files and some MKV files on this device. Let's listen to some Tool. Let's tweak the volume. See the player in portrait mode. This area at the bottom reminds me of the iPad quite a lot. But the speakers are certainly impressive. One thing I must mention is that although every website out there says that the tablet can play MKV 1080p videos, well, guess what, it doesn't. I tried 3 players and none of them worked. Let's try the standard video player. These are the 2 MKV files, and guess what? Sorry, this video cannot be played. Trying another one, you'll see the same thing. So let's try the MX video player, that's pretty famous on Android market. Try to play this sample. It will play it, but it will be very slowed down. As you can see, it's moving in slow motion.
An X-ray telescope.
But the voice is in real time, so that's just sad. Okay, enough with the media playback. Let's see what we can do. Let's use good old YouTube to get our 1080p fix. So let's play some HD video courtesy of YouTube and Nvidia. This is a test video for 1080p content. So thank God for Nvidia. Now that we have chilled out with this relaxing music, I'm going to show you what the task manager from Samsung is good for. Pressing those X's to close the apps, free some RAM. You're going to do a lot of that. That's actually the biggest problem of this device. It doesn't have enough RAM or processing power to handle TouchWiz's weight with these huge widgets that are real time and constantly requiring more memory. Since I'm in the software area still, and I must show you these hubs that I promised. Let's start with the music hub. As its name says, it deals with music. You can buy songs from it, albums, see your favorite artists and whatnot. So here it is, it's loading. It has the new releases, the best of Depeche Mode. It has featured albums, Elvis Presley Christmas. Here are the prices. You can shop right here. You can list them by genres. You can see playlists. Have a My Page area. You can go for hip hop, reggae, whatever you want. And now let's switch to the Readers Hub. Let's see where it's gone. Readers Hub. Having a hard time finding it. Well, where has it gone? In the meantime, let's see the Social Hub. I've integrated my Twitter account and also I've integrated my Facebook account to see what people are doing online. It's a pretty simplistic app. I can instantly reply or comment on what people are posting, and used in portrait it's even better. So it strictly shows what's going on with all the people in my list on Facebook and Twitter. So this was a Social Hub, and I owe you finding that Readers Hub that I kept talking about. Here it is, the Readers Hub. Once again confirming. We have 3 sections: news, magazines and books. The books is powered by Kobo, magazines by Zinio and news by Press Display. This one is a press reader. Taking a while to load. You have trial issues at first, Let's see what's available, if anything. Checking out the store. I'm sure you saw similar stuff on other Samsung devices. So here we are with the countries. Let's see what's available in Ireland. International Herald Tribune. Let's download that. Okay. So here it is, it's downloading the International Herald Tribune, and it will be here in just a minute. In the meantime, it has showed up as new issue in my list of stored stuff, stored magazines and newspapers, and it will be ready any minute now. Here it is. The latest issue of International Herald Tribune is available. We have some reading tips with swiping. Here's the International Herald Tribune. You can zoom in, see the articles, flip pages, enjoying the user experience from the real life paper with ads included. There's also this way of viewing it. There's also a way of viewing only content. So that's pretty nice. You also have some options here. So the newspaper reading experience is guaranteed to be the best. There's also a section for ebooks on this device. It's called simply ebook. And I have The Marvelous Land of Oz here, a book that's available for you to read. This is the basic e-reading experience. Don't expect something incredibly original. You simply flick to pages. Of course you have some options, not that. Some options that appear once you click the screen. There is a font and theme that you can change. For example, you can alter the font size like this. You have a quick preview here to see what you're doing to the font. Change the background in various colors. You can change the brightness if you want to. Change the speed and pitch. You can also put a sign to this. You can also underline stuff. Draw stuff, delete stuff, maybe cut it. And edit all sorts of things you want to. There's a lot of editing going around here, which I very much like. There aren't many ebook readers that provide you this, either hardware or software. But let's not forget that this tablet has a bit of lag. And let's go to the usual task manager and kill some apps. Okay, let's see what else we've missed. There's the traditional weather app with its beautiful view and sunny weather, with predictions for the following days that requires the browser. Some options here. You also have the option to search. There's also a My City place. There's a weather map that's loading right now. You can search for cities in the area, but it's nothing you haven't seen before. As you can see, there's YouTube here. We also have a calendar app that's filled with my Facebook stuff, literally filled. Press one of these items, sorry, and you'll see what it's about. Press another one, you'll see it detailed. There's also calendar by week. Lots of stuff to do this week. Okay, let's go back. There's also email, of course. In Gmail in this simplistic view, as usual. And here you saw that function that we'll see in Android ice cream sandwich. This one, only this time you can't quite swipe them around to close them, as you will in Android ice cream sandwich. But that will come too, someday, to the tablets. Once again, let's close some apps. I know that it's annoying for you that I keep going to this task manager to kill apps, but I don't want to wake up and see that the tablet is not working. It has happened before, so you have to be careful. If you have a live wallpaper, well, the experience is pretty much killed, so I wouldn't recommend it. And let's see what else I can show you. Of course, there's an alarm feature, nothing fancy. There's an all share feature. You can share multimedia with other devices that are DLNA certified. That's also pretty cool. Of course, there's a camera. Let's put it to good use. Use this little pen and take a quick picture. Here we are. Here's the picture taken earlier. Not so impressive. It's a 3 megapixel camera after all, so what more do you want? Let's see what options we have available. There's a shooting mode, single shot, smile shot, panorama, action shot. There's a timer. There's the exposure and some settings. Focus mode, scene mode, white balance, effects, resolution. Here's the resolution, 3.2 megapixel, metering and GPS tag. There's also video capture. There's also white balance and effects, and this is the resolution of the video capture, 720p. So nothing amazing here. Of course, there's maps, all you can drive, let's say that. The usual maps experience, looking good on a tablet. If you saw a review of the Galaxy Tab 10.1, you know what to expect, but on a smaller screen and a more comfortable to use device. Google Maps never looked this good, sorry. Okay, Android Market is also here. Sadly, it has not updated to the latest version, but I hope it will, since this is the time for price reductions that I have to take advantage of, and the time to download Christmas apps. Okay, let's see if I missed anything. There's also a contact section that won't do you much good, since you cannot call people on this tablet. As far as I know, you can text them, but calling is an entirely different matter. I also installed Firefox in its latest Android beta version that was published in Android Market. It's a very nice way of handling tabs, this one. You might have seen it in our previous reviews. So for example, if I want to enter CNN.com, I do it, and these are the tabs right here, and I can drag the page like that, scroll around the screen, have the options here, save as PDF, pretty nice options, share page, finding page, use some add-ons, we have some preferences right here, so it's pretty cool. Samsung also offers us a Memo app that does what its name says. You simply take a memo, like, I don't know, write review. It's pretty easy to use, this keyboard. There's also another app that's more for pen use, if you have a stylus or simply your finger. Take a note. Not so good with drawing, but I guess this will have to do. And finally, I'm in the app section. You already saw Firefox in its beta version. We also have the Polaris Office to tweak around Office stuff. And there's also a photo editor with pretty impressive feats. Let's choose the pen from earlier, and here are the options you can use. This one, some color effects, exposure, saturation, contrast, brightness, hue, grayscale, some effects like filter, for example, soft glow, invert, graduated filter, faded colors, soft glow, vintage, other stuff. There's a lot you can do with this photo editor, but I don't have the time and patience. And now it's time to have a go at gaming. But before that, Christmas tale for kids. This is an interactive storybook. Here we are. You can select read to me and read the book with your kids and interact with the elements on the screen.
Far away in the bright North Pole, Snowman stands a magical house where the snow grows tall.
If you tap on the screen,
Santa's house.
you'll get the names of the objects you tap. And moving on, next, you can
Santa
flick
Claus
around
lives
objects.
with his wife and a family of elves. They're waiting for Christmas.
And there's also a
hanging
countdown
gifts
till
on the
Christmas.
shelves.
That's very cool. Everything is integrated in this perfect storytelling experience.
Outside, children are playing in the snow. Dressing the snowman and playing.
You can change the
with
snowman's
kids.
clothes.
Welcoming the
Hat.
holiday and greeting their friend.
That's a pretty cute experience. So if you're a kid or if you have a kid, he'll love this real-time storytelling. I'll bet you that. And now it's time for one last app. A game, of course. With that game being an HD one, it's GT3 Plus 3D. Here it is. It's supposed to have HD graphics, but I can't guarantee that, honestly. So it's loading. It promises updates with more content, new cars, tracks and events. Let's start the screen to continue and do some gaming. I supposedly have brand new cars here. Let's get to the racing, no time to lose. You have two pedals, the brake pedal here and the acceleration pedal here. It's all about the accelerometer. And I guess I have to brake now. Pretty nice drift. Need for Speed would be jealous, and that's a bit of an accident. Well, you get what this device is about and what the game is about. It's time for some good old conclusions. This is basically a smaller version of the Galaxy Tab 10.1. So if you're holding back from buying that one, you can buy this little fellow. It will allow you to socialize, play games, access the web, check out your calendar, check out the news, view some movies, maybe MKVs, if you manage to, listen to some FLAC songs. However, the TouchWiz interface is more of a curse than a blessing. As you can see, it slows down the tablet very much. It's not as intuitive and as fluid as I would want it to be. Maybe if you get rid of TouchWiz somehow, the experience will be better. Till then, this tablet is worth about 7 out of 10 if I were to give it a mark, and that's all it's worth. So if you don't have a tablet and you want a small format, you can either spend 200 bucks for an Amazon Kindle Fire or maybe an HTC Flyer, or maybe go a little bigger with this one. It's certainly the best 8.9-inch tablet and certainly better than the LG G Slate. Okay folks, that's it. This is Tablet-News.com. Hope you like the reviews and I will see you soon with another tablet. Bye bye.